Asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along. I live near a train station and I've got the window open today. So that's why you could hear a train going by, and this video is very much live. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sandra Bellamy, author of Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories. That's real life stories out on Amazon. Links to that are in the description below. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. So it's wonderful to have you here today. If you watched my last videos yesterday, well, I did quite a lot of videos yesterday, and the last one that went into the early hours of this morning, you will notice that I did a video all about being in a hyper-romantic state. So I'm very rare asexual in the fact that I'm a heteromantic asexual, which is not rare, but I'm a asexual cougar. So basically I'm attracted to younger guys asexually. So I want to kiss and cuddle them, hold their hand, all that type of thing, but don't want to have sex with them in their 20s. I'm attracted to foreigner guys, and I live in the UK, particularly Indian guys. And overall, I'm just kind of like rare in the fact that I experience no platonic attraction whatsoever. So many asexuals, they experience a type of platonic attraction, and some people can show very strong platonic emotional relationships where they don't have any love or attraction feelings going on, romantic feelings. They just have intense platonic feeling. I don't get that. I jump from, if I really like a person, I jump from straight from just having known them to feelings for them very, very quickly. They can be romantic feelings, love feelings, even though it's not full-blown love, and very, very strong attraction, and it's just like woomph. And because I don't have that platonic stage that most people would go through. And sometimes when I jump to that stage, sometimes after about 8 months, which is a long time, that's on average, I can, like, you know, become just totally their friends, like, so I'm not feeling much feelings for them, but usually if I'm close to them I can still have some of those romantic feelings. I'm not polyamorous. I don't want loads to be in a relationship with loads of guys. I just happen to be a hyper-romantic that has a lot of attraction for my friends in different ways, and that does make life very difficult for me because my brain's always kind of saying, what if you were in a relationship with that person, what if this, what if that, and it's kind of like your brain doesn't ever rest in that way. It kind of like plays the same record over and over again. It's just with time you can get to manage it really well, and you can take certain precautions and do certain things to help you. Obviously, I am still looking for my asexual life partner, soulmate, and when I do meet them, my those hyper romantic feelings are going to be sort of exploding somewhat, because that's going to be like, my feelings will be reciprocated if it's the right person. So at the moment, usually I meet people and the feelings aren't mutual, they aren't reciprocated usually, or not to the extent where they'd actually want to be in a relationship with me or consider it. And so it kind of like eases that a bit. It makes me feel a bit better in one sense. It's hard, but I got so used to that being like, it's kind of weird, but I got so used to being rejected, but I don't think of it as rejected. I've got so used to people not wanting to be in a relationship with me that it just comes naturally for me to assume that most guys really, when it comes down to it, are never going to actually want that with me. Not because there's anything wrong with me, but because I am very, very rare, special individual, and I need a certain type of special individual guy to be with me. I think I've got very, very niche needs. And yesterday I was getting very hyper. I had this Skype date for 2 hours with this amazing, beautiful trans Indian guy, and they really touched my heart in a huge way, and they make my heart melt with some of the stuff they said, and I just instantly had a connection with them and got on so well, and there was lots of spiritual connections there, and they asked me out on a date if they ever come back to the UK, and obviously they're not in the UK anymore. And so, you know, I'm like, oh my God, this person's actually seriously interested in me in a romantic way. Because they said about meeting up. I said, why are you asking me out on a date if you come over? And they're like, well, yeah, I always stick to what I say as well. So if I do come over, I will be definitely doing that with you, which I liked that about them. I like a strong guy like that. And so, yeah, I just like them a lot. And what happens is I'm a person that has a lot of love to give. And kind of when I meet someone, especially when I get on so well with them, that love kind of explodes. And I kind of like just want to give that person like lots of love and care. Because like that person that I was talking to yesterday, that I know they've been through a lot of difficulties and pain in their life, and I just want to give them some love. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I can give my friends love as well. I think that's really important to remember that. And I have a lot of love for my friends. And you know, like when I was a hyper romantic state yesterday, it was like I was heading for the moon. I was Superman, Wonder Woman, flying around the sky, and like high as a kite on dopamine from loved up romantic feelings. And then today, just as hyper romantic is up, today I was at stage 2 of hyper romanticism, which you probably don't know what that is because I've never really talked about it. I don't really usually talk about this thing when I'm experiencing it. So hyper romanticism stage 2 is when you get like hypo, like you get down. So when you're up like sky high, then you come down. And so I woke up this morning, I was really negative state of mind. I was like, just kept saying, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if, in potential terms of being a relationship with this person, potentially in my head. And I just came up with all this negativity and anxiety. My body was in turmoil and I was in a lot of pain. First of all, it started out with butterflies in the stomach. So the transition from being hyper romantic, really high. I don't take drugs, I never have done, I don't need to. I just have a lot of chemicals in my body that allow me to be able to go up and down anyway. I'm a naturally hyper person, bubbly anyway. But when I'm in a hyper romantic state, the feelings of love, romance, and excitement about a new person in my life who is interested in me back is just, it's just off the Richter scale. And it just like, you know, I had those feelings for hours afterwards. I was busy doing website stuff, you know, so I was doing other stuff, distracting myself, trying to, but then I am kind of listening to some love songs sometimes in my headphones, but then I was listening to other foreign music, and then reminds me of foreign guys, so that's really not good. But then I was doing a lot of website stuff, you know, to the early hours, and I was having a good time doing that, but my mind just like still high as a kite with this person, thinking, oh, I feel so loved up, blah 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 blah, even though they've only just met me, and I only spoke to them for 2 hours, and they've just had a breakup like 3 weeks ago. So they're not even ready really for a relationship, in my opinion, proper relationship like that. Because, you know, they've just come out of being with someone, and it takes time to heal from that. I mean, I'm surprised after 3 weeks they were even speaking to people. But, you know, some people actually, they do split up with someone they've been together with for years, and then all of a sudden they meet the right person, the love of their life that was always meant to be with in the first place. I mean, I recently met... like I had a friend in my old job, and she connected with me yesterday on Facebook. I was so happy to hear from her, and she was with this guy for absolute years. I thought I wouldn't split up, and then when she connected with me as a friend, because after work we lost in touch, and she's got this new boyfriend now from Hong Kong. He is very good looking, I have to say. I told her that she's lucky, and she's lucky, like she deserves it. You know, she deserves a good looking guy. I said that he is good looking, but she knows I like young foreign guys anyway, so it won't surprise her. And he's from Hong Kong, and they met in July last year, and they're going to get married. I think it's next month or the month after, and it's like, wow, not even within a year they're getting married. I mean, obviously, I'm quite cautious about stuff like that. I wouldn't personally just go and do that, but it can work out. I think my mum's dad and mum are no longer alive, but my mum's dad proposed to my mum's mum within 3 months and got married. I think it all happened within 3 months. They proposed and got married, so it can actually work out. Just obviously I err on the side of caution, which I think is wise. But yeah, but I was just like, she seems really happy, and you know, sometimes that can happen. So while I think that the guy I met yesterday, you know, it's a bit soon, as in 3 weeks, it's like, cool, you know, they've been with him 2 years, like that's moving on a bit quick, but they haven't really moved on. They said they were upset and it's been really difficult for them. But they do say in order to get over someone, like get with someone else. But I don't actually think that's a great thing. I think you need time and space to yourself. Like I was in relationships all the time, one after the other, years ago, and it wasn't very healthy for me. It was just unhealthy. So I stopped doing that. I forced myself to take a whole year out, pretty much. 1 year, I still had guys interested in me quite a lot, like 3 at once usually. But so I made myself take time out, and it was good for me. And now I can be single and happily single. And that's what scares me, actually. It's like I'm 50-50 on relationships. Like 50% I really want to be in a relationship with a younger foreign guy in his 20s who's Indian. I so want that badly. Like 50% of me really wants that. I really, I feel like I have an Indian soulmate throughout my body cells. Like intuitively, I know he's out there. I 100% believe it. I believe he's Indian. I don't think I could settle for any other nationality or ethnicity. Because I feel so strongly towards it being an Indian guy. Like I know he's there. I know I feel him in my soul. It's really hard to explain. And so that, that sort of real powerful feeling, it's like that overtakes me sometimes, and instead of it being 50%, it's like 70-80%, like only 20% I want to stay single. But then when I woke up today and I was in this state of anxiety and panic, like the other 50% of I don't want to be in a relationship, I'm happy being single for the rest of my life, or predominantly for a lot more of my life, sinks in, and the reality of the situation. And it's like, sorry about that. It's like, I don't even know this person, and what I do know about them is they love to travel and I don't. And they're not really interested in going to not theme parks. They're interested in theme parks, but not the zoos and the aquariums. It's not really in their heart and soul, where it's mine. So really, I want them to find someone for them who can do that type of, can go travelling with them, and me who I can go to a zoo and aquarium with. So logically, we're not suitable for each other in that way. But I just know that they are a person who wants to work at relationship and will do things for the other person to make them happy, and I do like that. And you're never ever going to find that perfect person for you. It's just not going to happen. And it's so how you can complement each other and get on well and have a fantastic life together. But this morning I woke up and I was just like I went through the butterfly stage, like kind of last night before I went to sleep. I woke up this morning, like butterfly stage, like I get scared, frightened, anxious, nervous about a whole new possible potential relationship thing. And I just want to run away and shut the door behind me and run off into the distance and never come back. And, and just stay single forever, because I can't hack the anxiety that a relationship brings, because I've been so hurt in the past that I've got my anxiety is good most of the time, apart from potential relationship. And so, I just wanted to run away from the whole thing. I just wanted time, space to myself, and to just like care for myself, be like kind of part of me wanted to like love the person that I've just met, in terms of they need help, they need me to be there for them. I am going to be, because I know they need me in their life and I need them. I believe that, and everything happens for a reason. But the other part of me just wanted to run away, because I don't very often get people who are interested in me back in any way, shape or form. And although that's what I really, really want badly, it scares the hell out of me, and I just want to run away and shut the door and never come back, and just want to run for my life. It's so scary. So yesterday I was like on a high. Today I've been on a like down more. I can't believe I'm getting upset now. So it's really hard. I think that anxiety is a really hard thing. And I know that I'm getting tearful now. I know that a lot of my friends have got anxiety issues. And I don't even know why I'm getting so tearful. It's really, I think it's just releasing all that stress. And and I'd done a really good thing. So I had a shower, I calmed myself down, I started feeling happier, and I'm like, I do need my own time and space. And years ago, I didn't used to be that type of person. I used to be a person that always wanted to be around my person or potential person, speak to them. But I've only just met this person. I need to like take stock of my life, and I need to change myself for the better. I can't keep going on like this, having all these hyper romantic episodes all the time. that are no good for me. But it's part of who I am, so I have to accept it at the same time, but I have to do something about it to help myself. And so, when I had to take a shower, I came out, I felt a lot better, and I'm like, that's it, I was reading about their personality type, and it says they need their own space. And I was thinking, that's really good, Sandra. The best thing for you to do would be to give them that space. You have some space, and then you'll come back together stronger. And if that person's right for you, like say in the future they did want a relationship with you, they did get back to the UK, then they will come closer to you because you give them space, not go away from you. So I've always been scared of saying to someone, that's fine, let's have space and time apart. Because whenever I did that in the past, the person just used to leave my life. And that's it, they go off and I'd never see them again. And so saying to give person a time and space is a very, very painful thing for me to do. It hurts because I'm afraid and scared that they're just going to go off and I'm never going to see them again. And I know that's really silly because this person I've only just met. And at the end of the day, if they do leave my life, it's not a big deal, is it? I'm a perfectly happy, capable person on my own. I love my life. I love going out to the cinema on my own. I love self-dating. I love spending time for myself. I really need that. I don't want to be with a person in a relationship and lose my identity. I mean, I just couldn't cope with it. I just end up, that relationship would be sabotaged if I didn't have my own space, because I do like my own space. And so, but I've always been scared of saying space and time apart to the other person, because in part it's not what I really want, because I like a lot of contact daily usually with the person, but in reality I can't do that all the time. In reality I just need to cut off from the internet for some time. I always do these live streams every day, as you know, but I like to cut off from the internet for some time so I can get my work done. I've got so much work to do, website work, because obviously asexualist.com has become back online, but like last night I was redoing a new theme on there. And then I've got to do some more blog posts, because the blog posts were like, some of them were just destroyed in the getting the malware files out and getting like fresh old backup in there, so that all the sites safe again and secure. And I got rid of all the old data that was on there. But the backup, was I got some of the other stuff back. I got some of the blog posts, but others I haven't got. But for some reason on my iPad appeared all my old, when I typed the URL in for my website, all the old blog posts I could see, even though they're no longer on my site. So I don't know what's happened there, if that's a miracle. And I hope that's still on my iPad showing, so I can like type it all up again. So I'm going to be busy doing all that today. And then I've got my other new business to finish working on over the weekend. And I think that's really, really, really important to do. So, and if I don't take time out for myself to do my work, I get stressed. And like, I've just stuck a DVD on. I like to be honest, I like the weekends to myself a lot of the time. But it's like, I really do care about that other person. Like the other person that's just come into my life, I care about them straight away. And, I think it's just because I got a lot of love to give someone. And I see that person needs a lot of love. And I kind of like want to give them some, which is not a bad thing, it's a good thing, but I have to be careful not to let my own needs. And I want to change myself this year. I want to change certain parts of myself, my personality, or what I do, my actions, so that even I don't recognise myself in a good way anymore, because I've improved myself. So I want to create time and space and freedom for them in a potential relationship or situation, so that they feel like they can be themselves. And that, if they're the right person, should mean they come back to me. Like my bestest friends, like I don't speak to them every single day, but we keep in regular contact. And I still know they love and care about me. If I haven't heard them from quite a while, then I do get a bit like, oh, that's a bit weird. But, like my female best friend, sometimes she doesn't speak to me for a couple of weeks. And I do understand she needs time out and space for herself, though. She does say that to me, and I respect that. So that does, after a while, I'm thinking, oh, what's going on? Are we still friends? But that's because of old thinking patterns, where people used to just leave my life if I didn't spend time with them, If I wasn't seeing them, they used to just leave my life. And I, because they weren't my true friends. But now I've got true friends. I know they love me, like my best friend Sam and Andy, who are my best asexual friends. They're amazing. And I know they love and care about me as friends, and I feel so close to them as friends, and I love them to bits as my friends. I always will. They're incredibly special guys to me. Incredibly. And I'm just blessed to have them in my life, I'm blessed. for all you guys that watch this, like Michael and Heather are my YouTube friends, and you guys are amazing. And Ivan pops up now and again to say hi, and you guys are all so special to me. God, I didn't expect this to be an emotional video. I'm getting really emotional now. Oh man, I didn't expect this at all. I wasn't expecting to get emotional. But it's just like I said, I can't be this type of person who gets into this low state that they want to run away from the potential relationship or partner, because in the end it just sabotages any even friendship, and I don't want that, because I know I can be good friends with this person. So today, they're really busy, and they wrote me this lovely quick message saying, I'll reply after going through every link you sent me. It's going to be a very busy day for me as well, so don't think I'm avoiding you. Thanks again for everything. Kiss, kiss. And I just think that was really nice. They did it first thing in this morning. It looks like, well, it was there for when I woke up, and that's what I would have thought. If they didn't reply to any of my stuff, I would have thought they were avoiding me, so they said exactly the right thing, and I did send them loads of links, but they like that. But I think when someone says they really like something, then it can be difficult, can't it? So I did a really brave thing on my part, to deal with my hyper-romanticism stage 2, which is all the anxiety and run away. Rather than, I had a shower, thought about it, calm down, I feel much better now, even though I'm crying. And I put, hi Sam, thanks very much for your perfectly worded message. Oh, sorry, I mentioned their first name, but that's alright. I won't ever say their full name because they don't want me to, which is fine. They need to have protection, obviously, online. They're not like me, out to the world. So well, they are, I think. Well, they're not public like me, that's what I'm trying to say. I put, take your time. I think you are like me. You love long and thoughtful messages, but then your life is so busy and hectic that you can't always reply to long messages, which is why I tend to use Facebook Messenger for quick chat in between. Because, I was messaging, me and my friend Andy were messaging on Asexuality, because we actually met on a dating site, but we're not suitable to actually be in a relationship together. And so he used to send me these really long messages, and so I used to send them back, but I used to be messaging like long emails back for like 2 hours. I did on meetup.com. There was a guy I was messaging back, like I spent 4 hours on one email. And to be honest, when you got loads of work to do, it's not very practical to do that, even though you love it. It's good for bonding though, I have to admit. But that's why I like to get people over to Facebook Messenger, so I can message them quickly. So even if I can't do a long message, it can be a hi, just want to say hi, care about you, or whatever, or thinking about you, or like, I'll catch up with you soon. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really nice to do that. It's a lot quicker. So anyway, I put, that's why I tend to use Facebook Messenger for quick chat in between, and Skyping or phoning is sometimes quicker to reply. However, long messages can be good for getting to know each other and bonding, which I do agree. This is what I've put. And I put, to be honest, I need to be predominantly offline. I always do my daily live streams until Monday. So that's why I need to get all my work done. If I don't, I get distracted and then stressed out, which is never a good thing. I also have a thing called hyper-romanticism, which can affect me in a good or bad way. I don't experience platonic attraction at all, which can make life difficult for me. So I put like difficult instead of life. I think they'll know what I mean. So it's good not to rush things. We have all the time in the world to get to know each other and be good friends. I think it's important, especially as we only just met, to keep our own time and space and make sure we nourish and enrich our own individual lives too. Thanks for being my friend. And if you have time to reply me on Monday or just say hi so I know you're okay, that will be ace. Go and spend this weekend doing what you need to do and spend time with your family and friends, and I hope to hear from you on Monday. If you can just say hi, that would be nice. If you're mega busy, then I understand. Just always like to keep in touch with you. Kiss, kiss. So yeah, I think that's a really nice message. Because of all that relationship anxiety stuff that's going on with me at the moment, I just know that it is far better if I just give them their time and space, and because then I feel like I've got my freedom. Because the thing is, I think what happens is why I get in that state, partly is because it scares me if anyone does get serious about me, because I feel my freedom's going to go. and that I can't be myself, and that my life's going to revolve around that person, which obviously it would do to a certain extent. But it's hard for me because I like daily messaging, but I can't actually message daily, so it's impractical to sometimes to message every day a lot of the time. You know, I mean, it's okay to say a quick hi or something, but you know, even then, sometimes I just like to cut off for hours and hours and hours, because if I don't, I can't be myself. I can't get my work done or relax or chill out, you know, because I just have constant messages from people. I love getting messages from people, don't get me wrong, but it's just I cannot reply to them all at once, because once I do, I wouldn't do anything in my own life, and I've got to be financially successful this year. I have to be, because that is the only way really I'm going to get help to get myself a really serious long-term committed relationship that I really want as well. Because if I haven't got funds to go and see someone or meet up with someone, then, you know, it's not going to be any good, is it? You know, I've got to realise that I'm still single. That person's still single. They aren't in this country. They might never come back to this country. And so they can't be my soulmate. Or certainly not at the moment, because that person who's my soulmate will be over here. They will come over here and they will be over here with me no matter what. And I know that, and they'll do whatever it takes to go over here. I mean, I think that person's got some of that determination. But I know that they're going to be settled, I think it's in Denmark soon, in a few months' time. And so they're probably likely to meet someone over there. I mean, the person won't be the same as me, though. That's another thing about my soulmate. My actual Indian soulmate will just not want to be with anyone else. They will just be like, no, that's it. I don't care where I am in the world. I just need to go and be with Sandra. That's it. I can't be with anyone else but her. And I know that about him, because he'll just not. And I need that, you know. That's why I need, you know, like, if I have that bond with the person, that's uber special soulmate bond, then I won't get jealous or anything, because, or I don't think I will, I hope I won't, because I'll be so sure that I can trust them and they're honest and they just want me in a relationship and no one else ever, no matter who comes along in their life, that I won't have to worry about stuff like that anymore. And so when I was feeling a bit jealous yesterday, I thought, this is not a good sign. And I reflected on that, and I thought, yeah, it's just because you don't know the person. And if they were your soulmate, it'd be fine because you totally trust them. Like I said, that I've got two best guy friends, and I do totally trust them. One of them, my best friend forever, Sam. I know because he has exactly the same boundaries as me, relationship boundaries, that he is 100% trustworthy in a relationship, like I am 100% trustworthy. Even if he was to go away with a woman, excuse me, tears are coming over. I know that because he's had friends in the past where he's been away, he's been in a relationship, yeah, away with a female friend, which I do find a bit weird in a way, because I've never sort of understood that. But because I know him inside out and backwards now, I know that he would never do anything to jeopardise being in a relationship with someone. So I know that whatever women he sees, if he's in a relationship with a woman or a guy, he prefers guys actually, he would never go and do that and betray them. He's against his morals, his beliefs, his whole bodily instincts, just like mine. And he's less of a flirt than I am, to be honest. He doesn't really flirt. I've been told I'm quite friendly sometimes. So I think because I'm friendly, sometimes I get a bit worried about someone else. But because I'm friendly, but I can say no, because I get offers all the time. Whereas I know some people, they just love the attention so much and they can't say no. And like I said, I never get jealous of other guys liking my guy, because I just don't see him as a threat. But women I do. But I was badly bullied by women in school, and I don't trust women. I trust women less than I trust blokes, to be honest, overall. Because a lot of the women I know, even the kind, caring, really sweet, innocent looking ones, I know for a fact they go and have affairs with married men or affairs with people in relationships. They, you know, and because I know this about women, I know that the sweet, innocent things they do is a lot of manipulation, or they don't even have to really manipulate the person. I mean, the guy just like bends over backwards like, yeah, let's just have an affair type thing. But I just think it's horrible, you know. I think it's absolutely disgusting. And even though I'm asexual, you know, the person that I get with, you know, can still cheat on me because they could be emotionally connected to someone else. So I think that's what hurts just as much, is if someone emotionally cheats on you, so they get so close so close to someone else emotionally that they just like are more connected with them, then I would just be like, go and be with them. I don't want to be with you. You know, yes, you can be emotionally connected to your friends, and I am, and I have really deep connections with them. But I think when you're in a romantic, deep romantic soulmate relationship, that would just like be tenfold. You would just like be such soulmates that the bond would just be absolutely unbreakable. And I'm used to saying no. I'm a very, very tough girl. You know, I'm used to saying no to guys in nightclubs if I don't want them to dance with me or don't want them to come on to me or touch me. I'm used to saying no to a lot of guys. And I just know that some people are not like that. They love the attention. Like if I've got a married guy, a guy's married, interested in me, which I have had. You know, I've had like last year even, you know, on Facebook, I'm like, you're married. And they'll still carry on. I'm like, and then I just block them. I'm like, you're married. You know, go and spend time with your partner, your wife, and go and actually spend as much time and attention with them as you do chatting up other women. You know, I can't understand it. I cannot understand the mentality of people that are in a relationship with someone, yet they're going around chatting up other people. You know, there's a difference between chatting and chatting up. And I don't like peacekeepers either. What I mean by that is I don't like being with a guy who, because he likes women so much and cares about them, so sensitive, kind and caring towards them, can't say no to them. They're just like, well, you know, I didn't want to upset their feelings. And I'm like, for goodness sake, be a blooming man. You know, I'm more of a man sometimes than men are. I'm female. Do you know what I mean? That's what really irritates me. That's why I get on better with guys. And if I was born a guy, I would be gay, asexual guy. I know. I'll be homo-romantic. I know that. I don't have any doubt about that because I cannot stand guys and women are weaking that way. I can't stand it. I cannot stand people who cannot simply say no to other people, opposite sex or whatever gender is interesting, you know. I know my best friend Sam, he can say no to other people who are in a relationship. He would be definite, absolutely, and he would run a mile if someone tried to come onto him while he was in a relationship. I know him so well, and I love that about him. You know, he's my best friend for a reason because I totally respect him. I love his morals. I love his values. I love him to bits as my friend. He's just an incredible, incredible, special person. And I really respect him. And I need someone who's got those traits, but in a younger foreign guy. Someone I know is my rock. Someone I know is there for me. And someone I know who's never, ever going to go off. It doesn't matter if they're halfway around the world. They're not going to go off with someone else. But I've had guys cheat on me in the past with women when they've been, like one of the guys I was with years ago, he went off for 6 weeks. And I hated that, to be honest. Like, I don't want to stop a guy going travelling. But if a guy's going to be away from me for months at a time, I'm not really interested into that, to be honest. It's not really my thing, which is why I think this guy I've just met's better off being with someone who likes travelling, because he's going away with his sister for a couple of months travelling. And I really respect that. I think it's wonderful. But I don't really want to be... I like my own time and space. And so I can't see a person every day. And if they go for a couple of weeks on holiday, that's fine. I think I could cope with that, even though in the past I wasn't even that type of person. But if they were going away for like... one of my exes went away for 6 weeks once and I hated it, you know? It's like I need a person there for me to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean? I don't need them to be with me 24/7, 365 days a year. I can only see someone once or twice a year. You know, maybe I'll change. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to cope in the future with a person being away longer. But I think really it starts to feel like I'm too much single if they're away for like, you know, maybe more than a month. I mean, a month would be hard for me if I've been in a relationship quite a while with them. 2 weeks is fine. I think I could hack that easily. 3 weeks a push. 4 weeks would be really pushing it. After 4 weeks, I think I with my current mindset, I think I'd be a bit like, well, I may as well just stay single because I don't really see you much anyway. Do you know what I mean? But it's hard, you know, because I know loads of guys do like travelling. But all the thing is I need to change myself and become more of a traveller. But I just get bored so easily. Like, and the places I like going to, if I do go travelling, are theme parks, zoos, aquariums, and stuff like that. And if this guy I just met doesn't like going to zoos and aquariums very much, then even if I went travelling with him, he'd be wanting to do different stuff to what I'd want to do. And that wouldn't be great, really, unless we just separated. And then what's the point in going together? And to be honest, I'd rather save my money a lot of the time to go and put into, like, savings to save for a home in the future, a house, and an asset. Because holidays are great and everything. I would like to go to Disneyland Paris every year, but my money, I want to secure my future. I love my flat, but like I said, I don't own this place. I can't go back and live with my parents. That's not an option for me. So I need to start saving money for my future and buying, like, even if I don't live in a house, I just need to buy one and rent it out so that I've got money coming in so I can stay here. Even if I just buy a property in the future to invest. But eventually I need to be, moving my own place and having it. Because I might, like I told you, I've got fibromyalgia. So I don't know if I'm going to need care in the future either, So I guess I'm at a different stage in my life. And I've never ever had the urge to travel abroad. I'm like, a tree's a tree, where I'm over here or over there. And different cultures, I can get that just by making friends with people on Facebook, where they friend me anyway, and learning from their pictures and them talking to me about their culture. I don't really need to be and experience it for myself, because it's not really necessary for me. I don't have that. I've got everything I need right here, apart from my Indian asexual soulmate's not here right now. But that's okay, isn't it? So this person, I came to the conclusion that I think, although I am super attracted to them in some ways, I think it's better if we just be good friends for now and see how things go. And if they can't ever come over to the UK, then it's best we are just good friends, and I keep just searching for my Indian soulmate and being here for him when he shows up, because he will show up. I'm certain he'll show up in the future. I feel him. I'm certain he'll come for me, find me. But like I said, half the time this guy doesn't even know I exist. But he'll find me. And when he does, I need to be ready in a better version of me for him. I need to be more prepared. And I do think it's healthy to have time and space apart. Just not so much that you feel like you're single again. Because then it's just like, you need regular communication in a relationship. I think it was well when I've just started speaking to this guy that I don't know. It's better to have some time and space, because you don't want to be feeling like your freedom's given up or you're obliged to answer them. It's better if they answer me when they've got the time. I don't even know them. There's so much of their life I'd like to know about, and about them and what they do. I don't even know what they do apart from help their parents out where they are at the moment. So, but like I said, my soulmate's got to be in the UK anyway. And they have to have permanent residency without marriage, which is a really hard thing to do. But it can be done for the with the right person. The right person can do it. So I just wanted to share my experience with you, and hyper-romanticism stage 2 is the down. It's all the anxiety, the worry, the stress, the wanting to run away. And what you can do about it is you can give the other person time and space away from you. By doing that, you're creating time and space for yourself, so that it's more healthy relationship, friendship from the start. And so that's what I've learned. If I want to create a healthy, happy relationship going forward, or potential relationship, or even friendship, it's better to have time and space apart. Because if I give them their time and space apart, that allows me to have my own time and space apart. And I need to set the expectation that I can't always message them back all the time, because I have my own work to do. I have my own life goals, ambitions and dreams, and I need to take care of myself. Like, I'm in a position where I don't have parents. I have parents, but they can't, I don't live with them. They don't financially support me. They do give me a little bit of money now and again, which is nice, because at the moment I'm still looking for a full-time permanent job, as well as working on all my business stuff. So my mum's been really kind and, been giving me a bit of money for food now and again and stuff, which has been lovely. And she buys me snacks and things. And so my mum has been absolutely amazing. I have to say, wonderful, wonderful person. Very kind-hearted and generous in that way. But it's a general, I have to pay my rent myself, my bills myself, I have to take care of myself in my own flat. I don't have anyone else to rely on financially like that. And so for me, I can't just spend money I don't have in the first page travelling. And secondly, if I do have money, I want to start saving. I've used a lot of my savings in the past, and especially from having guinea pigs. I've got Angel as well, who I've got to pay for her own diabetic care and medication when this current insurance lot runs out, which is possibly going to be towards the end of this year. And so I need to, her medication, needles and insulin, it's about 50 quid or more, about £50 roughly a month. But if she has problems with her blood sugar levels, then it's £50 a week. You know, because they've got to have tests. They've got to have a consultation and tests. So before Christmas, like 250 quid nearly. But luckily the insurance covered that. But they won't insure her diabetes, my guinea pig this is, after a certain amount of time, after the insurance pot of money's run out from last year. So because it comes under last year's insurance, they won't insure her again for it. So I've got to find that money, and that means I need to get a full-time permanent job as well as doing all my other business stuff, or I have to make my business stuff work. That is my priority. That's where I am at my life at the moment. Whereas I think that person's at a different stage, which they're bound to be anyway, in the sense that they are younger than me in birth certificate age. But it's not just about that. They love travelling. It's in their heart, it's in their blood and their soul, and it's just not in mine, apart from locally. Like, I do love London, but luckily they do adore London. So if they were going to move back to the UK, they'd probably go there. And that's like what I call my second home. And I do actually think that the asexual guy who's right for me will probably turn up in London. But I love my home here as well. I really adore it. I don't need to live with someone, but I do like them to come and live around the corner from me. But yeah, in answer to the question, like, what should you do about being in hyper-romanticism stage 2, is literally, because you might feel like running away, anxious, nervous and that, give yourself time and space apart from that person by allowing them to have their own time and space. And then when you do that, it creates a pocket of time and space for you to be away from them, so that you don't feel like overwhelmed and that you want to run away, and you don't feel so much like you're in a relationship with them already, when you're clearly not. And you have to maintain your own individuality. It's like, it's my birthday next month. I'm going out with my best friend Sam, and also we're going clubbing. There'll be loads of foreign guys there, so there's a potential to dance with some foreign guys or have a kiss and cuddle, which I can't really just kiss and cuddle everyone unless they're foreign and Indian usually. So but I'm still single at the moment, so I need to just live my single life and still look for a guy in this country. Otherwise my head's going to start going towards that person I've just met, and that's absolutely ridiculous, because the likelihood of them coming back here is quite remote. And they're going to be building life for themselves in another country. They're going to be travelling for a couple of months. I'll probably not hear from them. And so, yeah, really, our lives are doing different things. But I'm really glad they're in my life. And I think they're a special person. I think I can help them and they can help me. And I think hopefully there's a possibility we might be lifelong friends. But I know as soon as they get in a relationship as well, that I probably won't hear from them much ever again, because they'll be in a relationship then. And I just think that, that's what they ultimately want. And I want that for them as well. I kind of want all my friends to be in relationships, even though I know that they'll have less time for me, and, we'll be less close, in the sense that obviously their emotions and soulmate stuff will be for their partner. But I love seeing people happy. I love seeing people in relationships, and I have relationship anxiety anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't know how actually ever I could be in a relationship with someone unless it's someone I knew deep for a long time as a friend, who I loved as a friend, who was a best friend forever for me, and I really trusted them 100%, and it was natural, and that they weren't going to change when they got in a relationship. That's a problem. Lots of people, when you get in a relationship, and they just change, and I hate that. And then you can't even be friends with them in the end, because they're just not the person you thought they were. And so yeah, and I just think you need to spend time with yourself. I need some time and space to spend with myself, because that person, I've just met, and I think they'd be better with someone else in a relationship who can give them what they want. There's no point trying to put a round peg in a square hole. If they love travelling, which is in their blood and soul, then I think they need someone who's going to do that with them. Occasionally, very rarely, I think, oh, maybe I should just go travelling with a backpack, but it isn't me. I need my creature comforts. I need my home comforts, especially with my disability and special dietary requirements and low blood sugar. I kind of need to be near home. I'm quite introverted like that. It's really weird. I'm an extrovert, but I do have introvert tendencies, because it's like, I don't like to be too far away from home for long periods of time. I like my home. I like being around home, and I like going out on day trips more. And I do like spending a lot of time with myself, doing website design, blogging, creating stuff, doing entrepreneur stuff. I just like doing that in the background. And I like to spend a lot of time with myself. And I'm not so good in groups. I'm better off doing individual work. So I'm not, team stuff is not my forte. I'm a leader, a born leader, and I'm a rule breaker. So I don't like to play by people's rules all the time. I like to create my own in life. So yeah, I'm kind of a loner in that one sense. So I like to lead my own life. But in a relationship, I usually do like daily contact. But obviously I'm not in a relationship with the person. I'm just good friends, and I have to remember that. But obviously they're interested in me romantically, because they wouldn't have asked me out on a date, would they? And be pursuing me a bit. But yeah, but they said that we can be good friends, and I think that's what I just have to think. We can be really good friends, and I have to not acknowledge that, yes, I do have some romantic feelings for that person, attraction feelings, because they are my ideal type in some ways, not just in looks, but in some personality traits too. And but I don't know them, and I think it's better just to be good friends, and I hope they find a good girl for them in their own, well, in where they're moving to. I mean, I don't think they get back with their ex, but they've only been split up with them for 3 weeks, so how do I know that? But I think their ex betrayed them quite a lot, and once the trust is broke like that, I don't think you can ever get it back. So that's why you have to build up trust a lot in the first place, because once that trust goes, that's it. You can't really, like, you are treading on eggshells thinking that person's going to leave you every 5 minutes, and you don't want that. So anyway, I just wanted to say, like, stage 2 hyper-romanticism is not fun. It's really scary, really horrible. It can be very frightening. It can make you want to run away, hide. It can make you want to actually break off from that person completely in one sense for your own sanity and self. But rather than doing that, do the sensible thing and just lower the contact with them from being so intense, and just remain the friend. And I've started using the word friend with them now, because when I use the word friend with them, it cuts my hyper romanticism down, so I can start to think of them as a friend and start to be a good friend. And by being a good friend to them, which is what I would always need to be before being in a relationship with anyone anyway, it gives me time to be apart from them, freedom. They can have their time, space, and freedom. And it also means that I can start to gain trust with them as a friend, which I can't do when I've got hyper romantic feelings very well. Like, because I can give them time and space apart, I can just sit back and observe, like, like, are they going around chatting loads of people up? What type of person are they really? What are their needs? Could I ever match them? What do they want in life? And I can probably work out just right now I'm best off just being totally good friends with this person, and just carry on looking for my soulmate. And like I said, it's like really weird. It's like I want someone to be interested in me, but another part of me doesn't, because it just scares the hell out of me. And I'm like, well, really, I just want to stay single. But a part of me doesn't, because I wouldn't keep looking for someone if I did, would I? So it's like really weird. It's like a 50-50. I'm 50-50. But I don't blame myself. I've been through a lot in my life, as I'm sure you have, heartache and pain. And I got a lot of discomfort with relationships. I've got, I was like in a prison, mental prison, and tortured mentally for a long time. Not physically. I have had physical abuse as well. But, I don't want to be ever in a relationship like that. I don't want to get with a person who would be bad for me, unhealthy for me, or abusive. So, any people I don't know, it's better to just treat them with the love and kindness that you think they deserve, and all the while being like, noticing that you don't know this person, and take time to get to know them as a friend, and just be really good friends with them. Because friendship lasts a lifetime, to be honest. Boyfriends, girlfriends come and go, sadly. Shouldn't be that way. Not in every case. My parents have been married 50 years next year, so that's wonderful. But really proud of them. They are soulmates. That's why I know soulmates exist, because my parents are. And I've seen other people that are. So people that don't believe them, that's fine. But I know it exists, because I see it all the time. I see my parents. Which at the moment I'm seeing about once a week, because I'm seeing Angel about once a week. So yeah. 24th of May 2019, their 50th wedding anniversary. And I was born on the 24th of April, a month before. So yeah. Anyway, that's my advice to you. Like, if you're feeling like running away, it means because you need space and time and freedom. So go and give them theirs. And if they love you, or they're really good friends with you and care about you, they will come back to you like a boomerang, because they will be happy that you gave them their time and space that they needed to be themselves and to flourish. And they will come back to you. If they don't come back to you, then they were never your friend in the first place. They could have been like using you, or they could have just been biding their time. But if they really care about you and love you, and they'll keep coming back, you know. My best friend, even if I don't speak to them every day, they're still there for me. I know that. You know, we're still good friends. And that's a good bond. You know, it's still good to keep in touch. I mean, any people who say they're your friend and they don't speak to you, it's just really not that really good friend, are they? You know, so you do have to put time, effort, energy, and you can't completely have, like, you know, if you want complete space and freedom and just never bother speaking to people, then don't bother having friends. But, you know, I love to have friends, and I do like to keep in contact with them weekly. Do you know what I mean? At least weekly, a few times a week. So yeah, it's really important. Anyway, I'm feeling much better now, and thank you so much for listening as usual. And if you've experienced any hyper-romantic problems, please put them down below. I'd really love to hear from you, and I want you to be happy in your life always. I love you to bits. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. As always, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. Don't forget to always embrace your quirky and each other's, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. Take care.